I have a friend that was wanting a game made. It's a ring game. It swings and catches a hook. So I thought I could go ahead and make it for him. Told him I'd give it a try. First thing I did was rip a 2x4 in half. The top of this takes a 2x2. I made it 16 inches long. The base needed to be sturdy to hold it up. I used a 2x6, made it 12 inches long. It has a dowel rod in the middle of it, standing it up. I used a 1.1/8" dowel. It's 12 inches long when I cut it. After I had all the pieces cut, I took the router and routed down all of the edges so they all had an equal and matching round edge to it. The 2x6 base, I drew a line point to point, found the center of it. That's where the dowel is going to be. This game has a board that you move a peg back and forth on. I marked equal spaces out, 5 spaces on one side, and for a more advanced level, I made the other side with 7 holes in it. I put an 1.1/8" bit in the drill press and drilled my holes in the pegboard first. 5 holes on one side, 7 on the other. Next I drilled the hole for the dowel to hold the top cross piece to the bottom. I made my hole probably a little bit too deep in both the top and the bottom. I didn't have enough wood left to put a screw in to hold them secure from the top and the bottom. I don't have matching wood for all the different pieces of the project, so instead of putting a stain on it, the wood would take stain differently and look differently. I decided to go with a burnt finish, so I took the torch and lightly charred the surface of the wood, and that made all the pieces match a lot better. Looked pretty good after I was finished. Since I couldn't put a screw through the pieces to hold the dowel in place, the dowel didn't fit really snug, so regular wood glue may not have worked as good. So what I used was a product that you get both pieces of the wood wet and smear your glue around on one side, and when you put the pieces together, the moisture activates the glue and it swells up and makes everything tight. I used a Q-tip to distribute the glue evenly all around the part. Then after putting the pieces together, they needed to be clamped tight so the glue can expand and do its thing. The interesting part was getting everything clamped down and secured while the glue set up, getting everything square. As this glue sets up, it swells to expand, fill in the space. It takes a little bit of time to cut off the excess as it comes up out on the top. The next step I did was fasten some coffee cup hooks. I put them 2.5 inches above the base up on the dowel rod. In hindsight, it would have been easier to put these in after you put the other part together. I decided to use a chain to hook the ring onto. I found some chain at the hardware store, the type that you have like for a ceiling fan. Worked pretty good. The end of it has the finger hold on it, which when I put it upside down in here, did a good job of holding the chain, plus you can leave a few links for some adjustment in it. I'm sure they have fancy pieces that will fasten the ring onto the chain. I wasn't lucky enough to find anything like that, but some really good resources in town. Talk around to people. One of the people at the hardware store came up with using a Christmas tree ornament hook, that little fine wire, to fasten the two together. It really worked very well. First I wrapped it around the keychain ring, and then I wrapped it around the chain itself. The tricky part was getting the chain the right length so it would hit the hook. I didn't calculate in how long it would take to hit the hook and not hit the base, the edge of the base itself. So a little bit of trial and error. If you make one of these, put the hooks in after you get this part done. Everything's finished. I'm going to give it a one coat, at least one coat, of some water-based polyurethane, polyacrylic, whatever they call it, just to seal it off, and so people they don't get the black off of the hands when they're playing the game. So most of this will soak in and at least seal it. So that soaks in really nice, quick, dries quick. So I'm not really worried about sitting it down once I get it coated. This stuff doesn't take very long to dry. It doesn't stay sticky and weld itself onto other stuff if it's sitting on it like the other oil-based stuff does. A little bit of trial and error. You saw how I made this, had 5 on one side, 7 on the other. Problem is I didn't make the holes deep enough to actually hold that up very well if you're going fast. So I needed to make it a little bit deeper. I didn't make them very deep on this because I didn't want the holes going through to the other side to the other holes. So I did make a couple different options, I guess. I like the idea of having 5 on one side and 7 on the other for different skill levels, different ages of players. So I basically did the same thing. I made the holes deeper, but as you can see, I went down one side of it. So I have my 7 holes here. If you have younger players, something like that, just flip it over and use the side that has 5 holes. That's the only wood that I had left in the 1-inch stock. So I did go ahead and make a version with the 2x4, and as you can see, it worked fine going down the middle, 7 holes and 5. It's just personal preference, whatever you feel like playing at the time, but that'll work. Okay, we're going to put a finish on this, and I think it's ready to be given away. So, hope you liked it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and we'll see what else we can make. Thanks for watching.